Hey everybody, welcome back. So, what are we working on now? Oh, looks like we're getting a good coat of primer on here. So, basically that's what I'm doing. I'm getting ready for paint for the top half of the fuselage here. Painted where our canopy. I had to do that work in previous episodes if you remember. But just need to find all the little imperfections like those little guys, get those filled, and you can see right here where the seam is, there's a little work I need to do on the inside of there. Same thing on the opposite side, get that done. For the most part though, it's looking pretty good. Yeah, there's not too many imperfections. It's a little spot, where'd it go? Right there. But for the most part, I think I'll be able to have the top half painted this weekend. So some of the other stuff I've been working on is I got our other wing painted. Whoops. Yeah, hopefully I don't have to fix anything there now. But got our neutral gray on the bottom and our okay, no damage. And I got our Gunship gray on the top. And I got a little overspray right in that bottom corner there, so I'll have to fix that. So still need to paint the bottom of the wing that I put the decal on. But got one of our ailerons top and bottom, and the aileron for this side I still need to paint the bottom. There's the other pieces that we painted, and been kind of waiting a while to show you guys this, but remember when we were doing the taxi test, I had to put a piece of tape on to hold the rudder on because it's not glued on yet. Well, I forgot to take it off, so we'll get a little bit of damage there, so I need to touch that up and probably replace that top decal part, but I made those decals, so I'll just print out another set and apply them, and then airbrush up here where the mess ups are, same thing on that side. So moral of the story, don't tape up your plane. Alright, so I've got to fix that. And so I could still use everybody's help if you can tell me or send me to a good website. I've been to like f16.net and all those guys, but I'm having a hard time finding, and it's easy to figure out all the markings and stuff that go here and along the sides, the stars and bars up through here and whatnot, but like on the tops of the wings, I think there's some markings back here, but I'm just having a hard time finding anything that's wing related, elevator related, or like the bottom half of the plane. It's kind of hard to find the markings and stuff that are supposed to go on there. So okay, well, I'm going to keep plugging along here, and hopefully we'll get a coat of the Gunship gray up to about there, and then the front half will be neutral gray, and the nose cone, haven't figured that out yet. That seems to vary. So if anybody has any suggestions, just leave a comment, or leave me a comment on the RC groups or RC universe. Okay guys, I've got all the imperfections out, and I think we're just about ready to start painting our Gunship gray. Actually the toughest part of this whole thing was getting these little back whoops filled in and sanded smooth, and they're pretty much at the point that they're good enough. So I've masked off the flat areas on the side. Those will be neutral gray, and obviously I've masked off all the openings to the inside. Masked this off, that's where the Stu Max is, and I've run clay on the corners there where the little rounded parts are, where it goes from gunship gray to neutral gray or whatever, and then that will give us a kind of a feathered edge. But since we're going to be airbrushing the front anyway, and that gunship gray isn't too far off from the primer color, if it doesn't turn out just the way we want, we can actually just airbrush the neutral gray. So I think we're ready to start painting here. I just need to protect the wheels and the landing gear from overspray and we'll be good to go. So I'm going to put you on the tripod and let you watch. Well, crap guys, I had a blonde moment. I just made a video that was showing me painting the gunship gray across the top, and I also explained how I had clayed up the front here to give that kind of feathered edge where it goes from the gunship gray to the neutral gray. But anyway, when I thought I was hitting the record button, I was actually stopping it. So anyhow, so we're in the process of drying right now the gunship gray across the top, and so far it looks like it's a really uniform, good finish. And I'll let it dry, see how it looks, and see if we need to apply a second coat. So sorry for the confusion there. When I was getting it ready, the toughest part for filling and priming and everything was these back little whoops right there, but I got them to the point that I'm happy with, so that's where we're at right now. So I'm letting it dry. I masked off the flat sides because those will be neutral gray, and same on this side. I put masking tape all over there, those will be neutral gray. So, and then again we have the clay here where we transition from the gunship gray to the neutral gray. So that's it for now, and I'll record another video if we need to do another coat. Hey guys, well, you gotta give it up for Tester's Model Master paint. I don't know if it's possible to even screw up a paint job with that stuff. Look at this. So I spent quite a bit of time getting the primer and everything smooth, so I think that helped out a lot too, but the paint does go on really nice. Okay, so I'm anxious to see how this part turned out. I'm guessing we'll probably have to fix a lot of it with airbrush, but let's see. So you can see there's not a whole lot of difference between the primer and the gunship gray. So our next step will be to paint the front half here. Let's see. Okay. It is what it is, so we'll just airbrush a nice feather, and I do have a bunch of gunship gray in the bottles too for the airbrush. So let's take this side off. Yeah. Not really much better, but that's okay. It's a start. Starting to look like an F-16, guys. So that's it for now, and I'll come back when I start airbrushing the front. Oh, P.S. guys,
use a fan for ventilation big time, especially if you're doing it inside like I am. You don't want to get woozy from the fumes, or even if you do, it's not good for you. Use a fan. So that's it for now.